They are working for the global community, for their welfare. That is the biggest contribution from Indian community, especially on technology side.
We also have seen in recent years that state governments are also now investing heavily into rethinking the education and skilling and knowledge spaces that we need to create. And since you're building a whole new city, maybe my question would be that, are you investing for education for the future?
No, this is a very important issue. Earlier, some limited Indians are having talent. To have career, we used to go to different countries, especially for Silicon Valley and other places, in America, everywhere. Now, Indians are very strong in talent. Future, reverse way it is going to happen. Wherever there is a talent, opportunities will come to that place. Distance is not the constraint today. Anywhere you can start a global company. And in knowledge economy, by using technology, I can service anywhere in the world. If necessary, I can go to that country for physically. Both are available. That is how things are happening. This is where I'm going in a big way. Skill development and technology. In Andhra Pradesh, if you see, one is Google is coming. In one city, Visakhapatnam, 5 gigawatt capacity data centers are coming. And also AI is coming. Now to supply all these things, we need green energy. We are very strong in green energy. India is having a big advantage of energy transformation. Only India is the country, single grid. I can produce power anywhere in the country. I can use anywhere in the country. Even America didn't have that advantage. In future, our government, central government is thinking, one is green energy corridor, that is transmission lines. One is other use, that is thermal, hybrid, all energy, separate this one. Green energy is going to produce green hydrogen and ammonia. India is going to export energy in the near future. In Andhra Pradesh, already one plant has come, biggest plant, Greenco. They are preparing green ammonia. Already they are having agreement with Germany. They are going to supply. So that is the future India is leading now.
And you are investing in young people who are going to be leading that future.
Totally in transformation is happening. One example I'm giving you. Recently we wanted to go for to AI. Next level is quantum AI, algorithms how to write. I gave a call. Immediately they have registered nearly 60,000 people within 2 days. And also Chennai, IIT has started one online courses on AI. Around 208,000 people joined. Among 208,000, 104,000 are from Andhra Pradesh. That is 50% of students are from Andhra Pradesh. Even if you see now today, anywhere in the world, overseas students are from Andhra. That is where I am building, I am investing in a big way for knowledge economy, especially knowledge and technology. Both has to go together now.
There's a very interesting bill you have introduced in the legislative assembly on population management, and you are now incentivizing the third child in families. What is the thinking behind this?
No, we are. This is very interesting subject for all of us. Some of the countries are facing, as on today, aging problem. Earlier, they are unable to attend. India is having an advantage for demographic dividend. It will be there up to 2047. India replacement level, fertility rate is 2. For replacement, we need 2.1. Now, my Andhra Pradesh as South India, we are having around 1.5. We are far below replacement level. Now I introduced a population management policy. First time, a state government has introduced population management policy. One child, we are giving our incentives. If anybody is having second child, straight away I will give 25,000 rupees cash on delivery, and also third child also will give. For third child, we are going to give monthly 1,000 rupees for up to 5 years for nutrition, for how to build that child. That is where we are doing. We are giving maternity leave for 1 year. Even we are giving for males also 2 months or 1 month leave for look after their child. So responsibility for maintaining the children, it is a parental responsibility, equal responsibility. Wife and husband has to look after equally. That is where we are promoting now.
How has the response been to this idea in Andhra Pradesh generally?
Now today, lot of discussion. Exactly 25 years back, I promoted population planning. At that time, I used to go and explain to all people, population is increasing, air is not increasing, water is not increasing, land is not increasing, there will be a problem.
So at that time you were asking them to control.
Control.
Now you're asking to expand.
Promote. Same politician, I am doing both roles. This is the very interesting, otherwise we will be outdated. So we have seen the danger. I was able to, at that time also, so many people told me, you cannot do it. First, female literacy. Then second, eradication poverty. Then it will happen. Now people are asking me, you are asking to have more children. We will give proper nutrition, education, better living standards, everything. But once all of us has to think only one thing. There is population, we can use technology. Otherwise, robots will be there, work will be done, but very, very difficult for survival. Now countries are facing the same problem. Now those who are having more money, they are not having any children. Only one or no children, they are very happy. Even poor people are having more children even today. My tribal population, they are having more children compared to plain areas. So this is a discussion all of us has to do. Even people are all here, different countries. Even rich people should have minimum children, then only all these things will happen. So I wanted to take it as a challenge. Everybody is saying it is not possible. Whenever there is income, automatically people are thinking, some people are arguing with me, you are asking to have more children who will look after. To have one industry is very, very easy rather than having child and nurture him. That is the attitude of the people, but we have to change it. Otherwise, it will be difficult. India, as on today, we are having a very low, if you see India, big families earlier, even 20 people or 10 people. Even father and mother or elders used to mentor their children, even at the age of 40, 50. That is our culture. And also big families, earlier we used to treat as big asset. That is a big wealth also. Even to give girls for marriage at the time, they used to select only big families. Today, families are becoming more and more micro families. That is the biggest challenge. All intellectuals are here. You have to promote this idea, or otherwise, some of the countries are already facing aging problem and also population problem. Ultimately, if India can succeed, I am assuring you, India is only the country to serve global community for future. Not even 1 or 2 countries, everywhere. That is going to happen.
No, I think this is a wonderful line of thinking. You will not hear this anywhere else. That invest in AI, invest in quantum, invest in technology, have big families.